Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Kishara Creates. If this is your first time joining me, hi, I'm Kishara. I am an artist, an entrepreneur, and a YouTube art blogger. And today I actually just wanted to introduce myself more formally and just to take you guys through my journey on how I became a full-time artist and entrepreneur. So as you guys can see from the thumbnails, from the image for my video, that clearly the place that I am at now is not where I always have been. It literally has been a blessing, a miracle, a journey that I'm even standing here, let alone living out my dream and my reality of being an artist and having the ability to create and do what I love each and every day. So instead of just, bringing you guys fun and entertaining painting tutorials, I actually wanted to give you guys the opportunity to really get to know me, to know what inspired me, what influences me, and hopefully my story and the things that I've gone through and overcome can help to motivate and encourage you as well. In 2016, I decided to make a transition from working in the beauty and salon industry to taking my love for creativity and using that to teach children. I had always volunteered with kids. I always loved kids. I had been serving and volunteering with kids at church for years. So I just decided, you know what, why not teach? I love to teach. I love art. I just thought it was the perfect avenue. So I started working at an early childhood facility. I became the art and music coordinator, and I was blessed to actually do that for both of their locations. I absolutely loved it. I love the fact that I was able to come up with my own lesson plans. I love the fact that the kids were so excited and had so much joy just in regards to learning and creating. It made me feel like I had a purpose. It kept me motivated. I put so much love and effort into what I was doing because I absolutely loved it. But I was not making any money. I was going to 2 different locations. They were not compensating me for gas, even though I was traveling, and they were barely paying me anything. And mind you, I was coming up with all of these lesson plans. I was working super hard on my own, coming up with all these creative ideas, all this stuff that I was not being compensated or appreciated or even noticed or recognized for. So I decided, I kind of want to leave there. Maybe I can try this position in another facility and see if it works out better for me. So I started working in another early childhood facility, and I kind of did the same thing. However, I taught art, Spanish, and yoga this time, which means that I had even more classes that I was, responsible for, and more lesson plans that I was coming up with, which was great because it gave me the opportunity to really push myself and really to see what I was capable to achieve and what I was able to do just from sparking an idea and just letting it flow from there. However, I felt the exact same way. I was not being appreciated. Most of the time, I would spend hours at home making all these lesson plans just to get there and them not to be utilized. And even though I enjoyed what I was doing, I wasn't getting paid enough, and I felt like I wasn't being respected or valued or appreciated for what I was contributing to this facility, especially considering that the things that I was doing or that I was giving to them was a gift. How many people do you know that can actually teach art, Spanish, and yoga, especially to toddlers? How many people are even creative enough to even come up with concepts and themes and lessons to gain children of that age group attention span to even teach them? Like, I was giving them all of me and they did not appreciate it. So luckily around that time, I became the resident artist at a local paint and sip art studio here at my hometown in South Carolina. So I had another creative outlet and that I was able to teach and that I was able to create and paint and all of that good stuff. So I decided to step away from the early childhood And I got the idea to start my own business in regards to teaching children through creativity and developing enrichment programs and things for them in that nature. So I decided to make that transition in 2018. In a few months after that, I got super excited. I was really focused, and then I had the first accident. So the first image that you saw when I was in the gray or silver Charger. So out of nowhere, I was driving home one day, and I had a seizure while I was driving. To this day, they still can't pinpoint any area or reason neurologically or any other reason at all to what caused the seizure. So I had the seizure while I was driving. I flipped my car upside down. When I regained consciousness, I had no idea, recollection of what happened. I was actually standing in the middle of the road. I remember standing in the middle of the road and the ambulance pulls up. So I don't know how I got out of the car. Obviously, someone had to take me out the car. But next thing I know, me and the person that I hit are just being thrown into the ambulance and rushed to the emergency room. Luckily, neither one of us had got hurt or injured. I didn't break any bones. I didn't get any scratches, cuts, bruises, or anything. We both were released from the hospital that same day, and basically I was told after they run some tests and things that 2 weeks to a month later I'd be fine to go back to work and everything. And considering that they weren't able to find anything in particular that was causing me to have the seizures, they told me that it was still, okay for me to work with kids. It was probably just something that, only happened one time, or they couldn't figure out anything that really triggered it. So they told me that I would be fine to going back into working with children and going back into that same industry that I was working in. The neurologist said, excuse me, you guys, I'm getting kind of choked up just sharing my story and everything, because this was a lot to deal with. But basically they told me that in North and South Carolina, the rule is that if you go 6 months without having a seizure, that you're able to start back driving again. So I just decided to, try to stay motivated and positive, try to, just focus on staying healthy. Hopefully 6 months will go back and things will go back to normal and just won't have to worry about it or deal with it anymore. So I went back to working into another childhood facility. I waited around actually 7 months. I will not forget this because it was actually Good Friday. So on April the 19th, 2019, Good Friday, I went and bought a brand new car and started back driving. I was so excited. I just was optimistic and joyful for the future. I just felt like, okay, now everything's fine. I can go back to normal. I don't have to worry about it. All is well. And, I was ecstatic and just optimistic and floating on the cloud for the next couple of months. And then on September the 23rd, 2019, I had the second seizure while I was driving. What you see in the image were the white Kia Forte, where I was actually less than a mile away from home. I will never forget that I was actually in a really good mood. I had the windows down. I was singing. That's the last thing that I remember. And then, just like the first time, here comes the ambulance rolling up. I look up and all I see is my car literally wrapped around a tree. So I had a seizure while I was driving and literally ran into a tree. So basically, the whole process started over again. They ran the same test on me, all of that. They told me they just needed to put me on an additional seizure medicine and that everything should be fine. And now that I look back, I think it's kind of ridiculous that they told me this, but they said that with the extra medicine or whatever that I should be fine, that I could still work in the same industry because there's not anything in particular that they can find that's triggering the seizures. So they told me that I could still work in the childcare industry. So they told me to take, I can't remember if it was like a week or two off or whatever, to see how my body responds to the additional medication, and that I was fine and that I could just go back and go to work. However, the additional medication that they put me on had me having extreme reactions or side effects. As everyone can tell, I'm an artist. I teach art tutorials. One of the side effects that actually pretty much traumatized me was that it was making my hands sting and tremble and shake. Like I was having a hard time picking up things and holding things. I was having a hard time typing and things of that nature, which terrified me. Here I am wanting, well, not wanting to be, but an artist and an instructor. Literally, after all of this happened, my plan was to go back to college and finish my degree in art education and become an art teacher. And now my hands are shaking. Now I felt like I couldn't write, paint, anything. I got extremely depressed. I was angry. I was frustrated. And besides that, I was having other side effects as well. Like literally, even on my face, like it was making my face dark underneath my eyes. It was making me lose weight and lose my appetite. It was causing me to be nauseous and irritable. I mean, all kinds of, just every kind of side effect you can think that you could have. So they took me off the medicine. They took me off that additional medicine pretty much immediately. They told me, you know, since I was going back to seeing the neurologist that week for my, I think 6-month checkup or whatever, to just go ahead and stop taking that additional medicine and to not worry about it. I guess that medicine was so strong that the shock of my system from coming off of that medicine so gradually actually had me have 3 seizures in 1 week due to that. So I actually had 2 seizures while I was at work that week in the childhood facility, and of course had to be sent home. And after I went to the neurologist, I think the next day after I had they took me off the medicine on Monday, and then on that Wednesday, I had a seizure at work. They just sent me home. I was supposed to I went to the neurologist the following day, that Thursday. They put me on an additional medicine. So they told me I was fine to go back to work on that Friday. I went back to work that Friday, literally had another seizure while I was at work. So I went home, I mean, terrified, still not understanding what's going on, not understanding if I'm having the seizures just because of whatever, or if it's from the medicine or whatever's happening. I just tried to, stay positive and just focus on all the other things that I had going on. This was around Thanksgiving, so here in my town, we do a lot of events and things of that nature. So me and the art studio, we actually were set up to do face painting. And while I was face painting, I had another seizure. So after that, I was like, obviously, no, I can't work with kids. I can't teach kids. I just didn't feel comfortable being around kids anymore. So, I'm trying not to get emotional while I share this story. So, I basically left early childhood and had to try to reinvent myself, try to find just another job because I wasn't making any money. Basically, everything just was going around in circles for me. So I left there in December of 2019, which left me at the beginning of 2020 without a job. And then all this all this pandemic stuff happened. It was hard to find a job. I wasn't able to get a job. The jobs that are being offered were honestly just offensive. They were way beneath my skill set. They were extremely underpaid. All the things that I was actually eligible for, I felt like I was being almost discriminated or hindered or blocked from just because of the fact that I had been having seizures. I mean, the jobs that I were getting were jobs that I probably would have took when I was 20 years old, and now I'm 34. So I was just miserable. I was upset that I was working jobs that I hated. I felt like I was being taken advantage of and not appreciated. I mean, I felt like I wasn't living or fulfilling my purpose. I just was just upset. I was not happy. I did not want to continue living my life that way. So I just got to the point to where I was like, you know what? I'm tired of doing this. I'm leaving here. I'm not going to keep working here, and I'm not going to just keep leaving and going to another job. So I decided that I'm just going to, do what I feel like is best for me, invest everything that I had been saving up to invest into me and my purpose and what makes me happy in my business. And I took what I saved and the little blessings that I had, and I completely stepped out on faith. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my family. I didn't tell my friends, nobody, that I was leaving my job, that I was just going to paint every single day and see what happens. But that is exactly what I did. So I started my YouTube channel on March the 15th. I posted my very first video, March the 15th of this year, 2021. And literally in 2 months, I already reached 1,000 subscribers and my channel is already monetized. I'm still at shock. Like, thank you guys so much. I'm so appreciative for all of you guys' support and encouragement. I felt like because you guys have been showing me so much support and keeping me so motivated throughout this journey that it was fitting for me to introduce myself and to share my story with you to help motivate any of you that might need motivation as well. I'm 34 years old. If I'm able at this time in my life to just step out on faith and just see what comes of it, then you are too. I painted this a week or two ago, and honestly, when I was painting this, I'm really into affirmations and manifesting and things of that nature. So, I don't know. I was just kind of reflecting and thinking about how I've been so blessed lately ever since I stepped out on faith and said, I'm an artist, I'm an instructor, I'm just going to share my love for creativity and beauty and art with the world and put it out there and see what happens. I've been so blessed. I've been getting donations. I mean, people have been booking private paint and sip parties with me. People have been hiring me to do custom paintings for them. I'm actually doing a workshop this evening where I'm teaching people how to express their emotions and their feelings through different colors and techniques. I mean, literally in such a short period of time, it's literally like the heavens just have opened up. I've been so overwhelmingly blessed with opportunities, which prompted me to do this painting tutorial right here, where I did the affirmation or the word miracles, because this is what I wanted to manifest coming within the next year. And when I sit back and I watch this tutorial on this painting in particular, the only thing that I could see or visualize were those two images from both of those accidents that I had. Literally, if that doesn't resonate with miracles, then I don't know what else will. I mean, when I sit back and think of everything that happened to me was definitely purposed the way it was supposed to. All the jobs that didn't work out for me, I would not be here right now, living my dream, painting every day, doing what makes me happy every single day, if all those jobs would have treated me the way that I felt like they should have. If I would have got blessed in those opportunities, I would have got comfortable and I would have just stopped going. So all of that frustration, all the things that didn't work out for me, all of that pushed me into becoming the person that I am today. Now I wake up and I'm happy every single day. I get to do what I love every single day. I get to help other people find joy and creativity and all kinds of beautiful, positive things into their life every single day. I feel like every single day I wake up with purpose, ambition, motivation, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, I hope that this story resonates with you guys. I hope that it encourages you. Like I said, I'm 34 years old. And if I, in 2 months, can accomplish so many wonderful blessings, then you are definitely capable of doing the same thing too. I mean, even if you're not an artist, even if you don't want a YouTube channel or anything like that, everybody has a passion or a gift for something. If there's been something that's been weighing on your heart that's been telling you that you need to give attention to this industry or this idea, then do it. Do it. At least try. At least you can say that you tried. You don't know what's going to happen unless you try. When I left my job and said that I was just going to paint every day and I was going to start a YouTube channel, I didn't know what was going to happen. I still don't know what's going to happen every single day, but I know that I'm going to be blessed and everything's going to be okay, because that's what has happened ever since I made that choice. Ever since I stepped out of my comfort zone to just become what I feel like is the best version of me and do what makes me happy and do what I feel like I was purposed to do here and on this earth, I've been blessed. I mean, blessings from everywhere. And I want the same for you guys too. So not only do I want to come every week and continue to give you guys painting tutorials, but I think it is important that I continue to implement weekly words of affirmation or manifestations in regards to my paintings as well. And I also want to come in and check in with you guys throughout the week just to give you words of advice and encouragement, just to keep going and just keep pursuing your goals and your dreams and things of that nature. So I really just wanted to come here today and again, just tell you all that I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for all of your support. I would not be able to live this dream and achieve the goals and the things that I have been achieving and manifesting in this season in my life if it was not for you guys' support. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Thank you. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If it was not for you guys, I would not be able to do this every single day. So thank you. You guys, please make sure that you follow me on all my social media outlets. Check out my painting tutorials. I'm definitely going to link the tutorial for this painting in particular down below, so you can go ahead and check that out. If you're interested in scheduling a private paint party with me or purchasing any of my artwork, you can just email me. That information is down below. And of course, donations are welcome as well and greatly appreciated. You can find that information down below as well. And thank you guys so much again for all your support and your love and encouragement. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. And I hope that this blessed you. I hope that this inspired you. I hope that every ear that hears this story, and I hope that every eye that sees this video is just blessed with just miracles and blessings from each and every area of their life. So thank you for joining me on this journey. Please continue to support me as I continue to bring my dreams into fruition and share my journey with you. I wish you guys all the best. Peace and positivity to you. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Have a great day. See y'all later.